Here we go. Aloha. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Motivation Mission Maui. That was a mouthful. I'm glad I didn't say that any faster. I am pretty much fresh off of the plane from Hawaii, and the most unbelievable time ever. I can't even describe it. The pictures do not do it justice. I tried to share as much as I could with all of you so you could see the videos and stuff, but it was like 5-hour time difference and all of that stuff. But I want all of you to be there next year to experience it firsthand. I mean, Plexus pulls out all the stops you think at like a convention or leaders retreat. Holy Toledo, Emerald Extravaganza is even more so. You want to be there. You want to be there, and I want to help you get there. And I went ahead and marked off from October 1st until July 31st, 2017. Each and every one of you have 303 days to go Emerald. 303 days to go Emerald, and it is totally doable. I am going to screen share here in a minute and show you guys. I put together it on Word from a brand new ambassador, silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, where you need to be every single month, what that looks like, how many people you need to be adding to your levels. I figured it in 3 different ways. I did 5, your levels 1 through 3. I did levels 4 and levels 3. So most of the time when your team gets bigger, it kind of depends on what you average out. And if you don't know how to look at what your average is when you get bigger, like for instance, in your organization, you have a certain number of points and you're going, well, I'm not sure what my average point is. We can figure that out and we can plug it in here and know where you need to go to get yourself point-wise. But I want to back it up just a minute and share with you guys. We had one of the most amazing speakers ever, Carrie Wilkerson, and she's actually the MC of Leaders Retreat. So Jen and Joanna, you guys are in for an awesome, awesome treat there at Leaders Retreat. She was super, super, super amazing. So what I'm going to share with you coming up here, this is not my material. This is Carrie Wilkerson and my words. So Carrie, if you ever somehow watch this, I'm doing my best to relay to my team what you shared with us. So your business, your life is determined by your attitude and your perspective. Whatever you want, you can achieve. And she has a thing that she likes to say is make more, live more, give more. And I'm going to apologize if I'm looking down. I made a bunch of notes, so I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything for you guys. And the biggest points too that she made in this were like, there's no comparison. This is your journey and you need to decide what that looks like for you and what, more importantly, success looks like for you. And just because I'm going to be sharing how you can, Mission Maui, get to Maui, how you can be there, if that's not your goal and your goal is just to go gold or senior gold, and I don't want to say it just like that, but if that's where you want to go, what does success look like for you? What is success for your family? Success might be you getting an extra $500 because that's what your family needs, and that is success for your family. So you need to define what that is, though. And I'm going to go over a little thing called Brad. And she did meet Brad with you guys to show you the how, like how to move towards those goals, because I feel like we do a pretty good job in this team talking about the importance of doing those, but the nitty gritty, like how do you get there? You can build this business part-time, but you have to work with an executive attitude, an executive mindset, which means when you sit down to do Plexus, you have to have that mindset that you are the CEO, you are the executive. This is not a hobby. Again, build a business part-time, but you have to work with an executive mindset. So imagine what the CEO of a Fortune 500 company looks like. What do you think their mindset is when they're working daily? Try to do that while you're working your business. And when we're thinking about why we want to make more, we go back to our why. Why do we want to make more? What does that look like for your family? What does that alleviate a stress here? Or how can you help other people? peeling that back. And ultimately, Plexus, I think we do a really good job on this. People matter most. So love people and the rest will follow. This is a relationship business, your relationship building. As far as the live more, we need to work smarter, not harder. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. So, and leaving, she talked a lot about leaving a margin in your life. So like if you have a notebook paper, she said, who, when they were in class taking notes and stuff, like used every single space of your notebook paper, like this margin over here, fill this in. I was never one of those people. So I have no problem with this part as much as I thought until she started explaining it. And that is, leave margins in your life for things that you want to do, your family. Don't fill up every aspect with Plexus. This isn't what we're asking you to do. It's figuring out, I really don't think there's ever really a true balance. We balance as much as we can, and sometimes things still outweigh one another. But as long as you're working your business, like she said, with an executive mindset, for that, what we talked about, a power hour. Can you imagine if you sat down for 1 hour a day and were very, very mindful and driven and directive in what you were doing in that time, what you would accomplish? I know that across the board on the Jewels page, we're all like committing #power hour. We're all committing to that in our business and what that's going to look like. So that's a live more, leave margin in your life, setting business hours, boundaries, that sort of thing. The give more. She said, I like this a lot. Leadership is not a title. Your actions and your words make you a leader. And anytime you sponsor one person, you're a leader. So it's not a title of, oh, once you're an emerald, then you're an actual leader. No, as soon as you sponsor one person, you become a leader. So your actions and your words determine what kind of a leader you are for them. Be proactive and be positive. Now, with all of that stuff, and y'all, I went really, really fast. Sarah Marble made an amazing, amazing video on this. That was like 30 some minutes. It's worth watching for sure on her takeaway. And, it never hurts to hear it from someone else's perspective. But what we want to talk about too tonight is, how do you get those results? How do you get Emerald by July 31st? Again, starting August 1st, you have 303 days. I'm going to go over the numbers in a second as far as what numbers look like, and I'm going to show you on the screen. But how you get results, she uses the acronym, I think that's what it's called, BRAD. So BRAD. And the B stands for boundaries. And the first thing that she asked us to do was to make a list of 3 to 10 people in your life, and she asked us to put a positive or a negative behind their name. Positive, obviously, if they are contributing in a positive way to your life. You enjoy being around them. You feel like a better person when you're around them. And a negative to those people that maybe we have to deal with on a daily basis, or we feel like we're obligated to deal with them, but they really suck us dry. The people that are constantly posting negatively on Facebook, or just those sort of things. And be very mindful of who we allow in our life, and obviously spend more time with the pluses than you are with the negatives. And just really taking that moment to assess how these people in your life are making you feel. So in that boundaries are, business hours. Time is important. And this is something I have to admit I am horrible at, but I'm going to change, because the more is going on, the more I just need to be organized, and I have to have that time. And I feel like this is covered a little bit later, but it goes into, when you're committing yourself to too many things, are you really giving yourself 100% to those? It's okay to say no sometimes to things, so that we can say yes to the things that are even greater for us in those boundaries. And she talks a lot about space, like a workspace for that power hour. So, you don't have to go demolishing stuff and kick your kids out of a bedroom and now, they're sharing a room or anything like that crazy. But having a space that when you go into that space, you're going there to work. You're going there to do your plexus. You're doing your power hour. I highly recommend this as an, pretty much organized space. There's not a lot to distract you around, but when you go there, you're working. I was talking to Kylie earlier today and I used the analogy. I'm like, you know what? It reminds me of every time you clean your kid's toy room and it's completely organized and it's so nice and, the puzzles are lined up in the books and everything. Those little monsters want to go in there and destroy it all and they want to play. And you're like, you guys, you have not spent an hour in the toy room in how long? But now since it's organized and it's nice and everything's got its place, they want to be in there. So treat your office space like that, an organized, nice place where you want to be. Leads come before leading. So you need to be constantly working your business, sending out your messages, doing your daily DMO before you are essentially leading your team. It's not to say you're off the hook and you don't have to do anything, but being very focused on, again, that power hour, because we need to be continually growing our business. We want to be wide. It's a shame when you see people, they're like, oh, I have, 5,000-6,000 people in my organization, but they're 9 through 15 and they're not doing anything for you. And if you have that, then you've gotten into management mode, and that's a whole nother ball game when we're in management mode. So when I show you these numbers here, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, these are numbers. You automatically take that and subtract 3, because you need to commit yourself to personally sponsor at least 3 people every single month. And Plexus has an awesome $100 bonus that I hope that you all really kick it into gear here in the next 2 weeks of September and get that bonus. I know that I have my 3 customers. I need my 3 ambassadors. They're like on the line. So I am super duper excited and shooting for that myself. And I share that with you because I'm constantly still building. I'm still working at gaining relationships and adding new people to this team and helping people with the products. Nothing makes my heart happier than last night. Even I got a message from a gentleman and he said, we need to talk. I'd love for you to help my daughter. That's what I'm here for, to help people. And when people are seeing that Plexus just, might change everything, it's pretty cool. So that's the B, the boundaries. That is the part where the promises. Make promises that you can keep. Don't overcommit yourself to things. The R is routines and rituals. Again, something I am not very good at, but going to do a much better job, especially since Bryson is in first grade and Brinley is in preschool. Having those rituals and those routines where I know I go to the gym, I come home, I get ready for the day, I check my messages, do my daily devotional, have my quiet me time, get the kids up, get Bryson off to school, depending upon the day, work with Brinley on whatever, but get her to school, just having that routine. And I'm going to try very, very hard to, from at least 5 to 7:30, I'm going to be unplugged for that time and devote that time to the kids and getting supper and stuff, because as far as the boundaries, I'm not very good at that. I met a lot of promises and I overstretch myself and I begin to get a little crazed, and I'm not giving the best me to you guys. So those are some things that I know I was very mindful of, and total light bulb moments going off. But routines need to be personal, bearable, and what works for you. Obviously, my routine getting up at 4 a.m. might not be bearable for all of you guys, and you wouldn't be able to do it. So you need to pick a routine that's going to work for you. And it doesn't have to be so specific, like 8 to 8:05, the kids brush their teeth, or, nothing like that. Just a general idea of what happens every day, because, life happens in between there too. So memorable, replicatable and non-negotiable. It can't be something that you say, okay, I'm not going to do that today. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. You need to do something that you're going to stick with every day. So that's R. A is accountability. And this is super duper important and something that, again, I hope you guys take full advantage of when we go over to Are You Committing to Emerald? Accountability. You need to be recording, reporting, and responsible. Recording, you know, as far as your business is concerned, look at where your points are at the 15th of the month. Look at where your points are at the 24th of the month. Where are they at the 28th of the month? Where are they at the last day of the month? Because it's a lot of tracking to see trends. And down right after this, there's a quote too of, you know, oh no, it's right here, sorry. Where is your focus? You know, you see what you're focused on, and the things that we track are the things that we grow, okay? The things that we track are the things that we grow. Just like if you're trying to lose weight, you're gonna step on that scale and you're gonna track and you're gonna know, okay, this day I weighed this amount, I know I did this sort of activity, I ate these sort of foods, and either I gained or lost weight based upon my activity that I'm tracking. The same with this. The same with, all right, how many people did I reach out to today? How many posts did I make? Oh my gosh, look at this. On this day, you know, look back a month. When I was reaching out to people, 5 people at least a day, whatever, I was able to grow my team by X amount. And now this month, I've kind of been slacking and I haven't been doing that. Well, there you go. That's holding you responsible to your recording to see what you're doing and reporting. You need to be reporting this to somebody. So when we ask you, what are your dreams, aspirations? It's important to get that out and tell that to someone. So you're reporting it. Find a buddy, find somebody and say, oh my gosh, all right, Kylie, today I messaged 5 people, I had 3 follow-ups, and I did 1 thing. Or I said, Kylie, more than likely the roles would be reversed and she'd be messaging me going, Hillary, you didn't message me and tell me how many people you contacted and followed up with. Did you really do it, girl? You know, so having someone that's keeping you accountable for what you're doing, and accountability is scary. Accountability is scary because we think if we don't tell anybody, then nobody knows. Nobody knows. So if we don't do it, then nobody knows and we're totally okay with it. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong mentality. You want to be successful, this is how you get results. You have to be accountable. And y'all, I'm preaching to myself here. I tell you, I struggle with these things, and when I share things with you, it's more than likely because I was on that struggle bus. I did do those things wrong, and I'm trying to help you learn from my mistakes and not do them, kind of skip over that bump. So where is your focus? You see what you're focused on. She used an analogy. It was really cute. She went out and bought herself an orange car, like not a burnt orange car, like a tangerine. That's actually the name of the car. They call her Tangy, this car, okay? So she goes out and gets the car, and she's so funny. She's like, I thought I was super original, and wouldn't you believe it? Other people had orange cars on the road. I had never seen an orange car in my life. But she wasn't focused on orange cars before, so she never saw orange cars before, right? So what you're focused on is what's going to continually come into your life. Are you focused on the no's? Are you going, everyone saying no? You're going to keep getting no's. That's what you're going to keep seeing. My team isn't growing. People aren't coming to me. What are you focused on? What are you saying? That's what you're going to keep getting. So she gave us a lot of funny with like tough love. We'd all be laughing, and all of a sudden she'd just knock something out, and we'd be like, looking around like, oh, she's right. Oh my goodness. So control your activity, the results will follow. Control your activity, the results will follow. What you think about, you bring about. What you're focused on, it's all gonna come together. And the final one is D for deadlines. And you need to define, divide, declare, and have the discipline to follow through with these. Defining what that goal is. I'm assuming a lot of you, your goal is Maui. Since I named this Mission Maui and y'all are on here, that you would love to be in Hawaii with me next year. And I don't blame you because it's awesome. You definitely want to be there. So how are we going to get there? Well, first of all, the first things first, you guys need to declare it. Again, that goes back to accountability. When you declare something and you put it out there, even non-plexus people or whatever, this is the scary part. I totally get it. They're going to come up to you and they're going to say, hey, I thought you posted something about you wanted to be whatever rank. Did you get that? Did you get that rank? That's accountability. Then you might be sitting back in your shorts going, no. But again, you got a rainbow and unicorn leader here, right? So we're going to say, no, I didn't. But you know what? I'm working really hard. And do you want to help me? Do you want to help me reach that goal? Come along with me. It's really fun. So we're going to turn something that you could beat yourself up over and say, oh, you know, everyone's right, and turn it around, okay? So define, divide, declare, and have the discipline. And what I'm going to show you guys right now here is my little sheet that I put together for you guys called 303 Days to Emerald. Can everyone see that? If you want to just give me a thumbs up. Can everyone see it? Yes? Okay, perfect. So again, this is starting on October 1st to July 31st. You have 303 days. I broke this down, like I said, from a brand new ambassador, someone who just signs on, needs to go from 0 points to 1,500 points in 303 days. Well, divide it by 5, okay? Again, I'm encouraging you all to stay in those upper levels, stay building yourself, encourage and helping your leaders, and not get stuck in management mode where the growth comes from your level 5, 6, 7s. You don't want to do that, I promise you. So 1,500 right here, 5, you need 300 new teammates. That's 30 new people a month. Again, this might look super scary to you in the beginning, but this isn't 30 people that you need to sign, but this is at least 3 people that you need to sign, right? That's 3 people. So you're left with 27. Well, how about those 3 people who you just signed? You help them go silver, right? So now you have 9 more people. You know, keep breaking it down, but write these numbers down. Write down at the beginning of the month, I need 30 people. Monday, where am I at? Tuesday, where am I at? Remember, we're accountable for ourselves and we're recording this because the things that we track are the things that we grow. So you're writing down, okay, where am I at? How is my team growing? Where am I on my messages? How many people am I reaching out to? Where am I going? For 4 points, you would need 38 a month. And for 3 points, you would need 50 a month. And you guys, seriously, I know in the beginning this may seem like that's a lot, but when momentum gets going on your team, that's nothing. I mean, I think the most we've added is like almost 200 people or so in 1 month. So once you get that momentum and ball rolling, there's no stopping it. Again, you have to track these things to know where you're going. Sorry, I just have a chat here. I can't see it right now. So sorry if you chatted me, I can't read it. So silver, currently at 15 points. You're still gonna need around the same amount at silver, okay? Around the same amount. And again, you have to remember that these are only accounted for people who come and stay, right? There's this little word that nobody really likes to talk about called attrition. And that is when people join your team and then leave, the amount of people that do that in the formulation there. But honestly, I feel like, for one, our team has an amazing process in set here. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. Plexus has another amazing process that's going to be coming for everybody. And it was like, hallelujah, again, for us all at Jewel. So you're about the same points here. Gold, you already have 100 points. That knocks down how many people you need to add by 2 new a month, or 28 a month at the 5 points, 35, 47. Again, remember, from each of these numbers, you're subtracting 3 because you're signing up and you're holding yourself accountable to get at least 3. And this is about duplicating and helping everyone else. If you're at senior gold, it is only 25 new. Level 1 through 3s, 32, 42. You guys can see the numbers. At Ruby, it's getting a little bit easier here, especially further out. It's only 20 people. Senior Ruby is only 15, right? But within these two, I want you guys to look at other things of defining where we're going to get and dividing it. So if you're not silver yet and you're looking at this and you got 30, let's celebrate at your 3 because you're going to be silver at 3. You know, let's look at the halfway points and put it out on the calendar, right? So let's see, if you're a brand new ambassador in October and you add 30, you're already, guess where you're going to be? You're going to be gold already. You've already knocked yourself up to gold here the next month. And then after that, you're going to be adding another 28, which is another horrible at math, but you're going to be almost senior gold. This is like a super fast track too, if you follow these numbers to get yourself rocking and rolling real fast. But it's important to track and to look at where you're going. And I'll share this too in the on the team page so that you guys can see it. Oh, that's what Miranda had asked. Yes, absolutely. I will share it. And if you guys don't know how to look at your numbers and try to like project and track and your upline doesn't know how to do that, let me know so you can pick a deadline and declare where do you want to be in, we did Kylie's today, Emerald in 5 months. So we just took all that, put it in half. Where do you want to be? All right, this is what you need to do. And then again, this is a team effort. So you look down into your team and say, okay, well, I have X, Y, and Z that want to rank to this level. I'm going to help them also while I'm helping myself and helping my other people. This is teamwork to make the dream work. Listen, if you're not a Vikings fan, that's totally fine. But last night, seriously, like if that wasn't the definition of teamwork, I don't know what is. There wasn't one single person that completely stood out. I mean, Diggs was amazing, but you know, everyone had to come together. Everyone had to come together. Even after Teddy went out with his knee injury, everyone still had to come together. And there wasn't someone who was like, oh, world ending. I mean, there's some Viking fans, but not me because, again, Rainbow Unicorn Land. I'm like, we can figure this out. We can get through this. Every obstacle has something that we can go through. But it's so important to track and write down where you guys need to go. But I hope that by breaking it down that way, it looks a little bit more attainable for you when you go a month by month. And it looks even better when you go day by day. You know, if you're committing yourself and you're on the track to add one person every single day, and then you don't add one person that day, or as your team grows, you haven't added one person that day, then you know the next day you need to get 10 points or whatever it may be. So figure out your number, figure out what it is, and if it's 5, write 5 everywhere that you can see. Picture, visualize 5 so that you know that's your focus for that day. 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. You know, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. 1 bite at a time. So 5 points at a time. Helping one person at a time. Just growing. But I wanted you all to see that it is possible. It is possible. And I have to do the same thing for me when I'm projecting to take this team Sapphire. Okay, what does Sapphire look like? How many points away is that? How many months? What is my deadline? What's my deadline for Diamond? When do I want to go Diamond? How is that going to look? How many people are we going to have to add? How many people am I going to help rank, advance, and promote and change their lives and stay home? I know Kylie is itching to stay home. I know she loves working, but I know she's itching to stay home. So how do I help her stay home? How do I help Ashley hire somebody else so she doesn't have to be at the tire shop all the time? What does that look like for Ashley? Is that Ruby? Is that Senior Ruby? All right, where is it? Let's take it one day at a time to get you to those goals. But putting it and working your business from the Brad perspective, boundaries, routines and rituals, accountability, and deadlines. That is the how-to. If you can figure out and work your business in there and just think, okay, is this a B? You know, is this a boundary issue that I have? Where am I going? Again, we can't change anything unless we're honest with ourselves and we put ourselves accountable and we put it out there. Good, bad, ugly, otherwise, whatever. You know, it's like, I got cellulite. I don't care. I was on a beach. putting it all out there. You know, everyone's got things that they don't like, but you just put it out there and go with it. I promise you, it is so worth it. And also, don't forget, I put out there, and I'll have to pop it up again, but the Ruby Retreat. If you are Ruby, it's a beautiful place to be too. Ruby, by January 31st, I am taking you on a Ruby Retreat, more than likely to Wisconsin Dells, but it'll probably be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come back on a Sunday, pay for your rooms, some meals, not all of them, but some meals. And I just want to reward you guys, because I know that it is a lot of work, but it's fun and it's rewarding and it's so incredibly worth it. And when you really put your blinders on and focus and put it on the power hour, what do I have to do? Get those deadlines, write it down, find an accountability partner. I'm starting up a separate group, Mission Maui, where I want all of you guys to go on, bond together, lock arms with one another, commit to having your booties in the sand with your drink in your hand in September in Maui. Make that commitment with each other and just go for it. Go for it. I know there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be hurdles. There's going to be life comes in the way. Sometimes you just plain don't want to do it. I know. Do it anyway. Do it anyway, because it's worth it. It's so worth it. So July, I want to say January for some reason. July 31st, 2017, I would love nothing more than to have 10 emeralds plus on the beaches of Maui with me. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Life is fun to go there, but y'all, I told Kelly today, I would have just loved if some of you guys were there with me too. I would have loved it, and next year it's going to happen. So I'll upload this file, and also I'm working with another girl on the team, Rachel. She's like a math whiz, super duper smart, to help me put together an actual like Excel spreadsheet. So if that's your jam, if you like numbers and you want to plug in stuff, you can be able to plug it right in there, track yourself, see where you need to go, record. Again, we're recording what we're doing. So record. How many people did you message today? Where were your points at? What was your activity like? And focus on what you're doing to get there and not on what's not happening to get there. Focus on the good and you'll get there, and more of the good will come to you. And again, I know sometimes it's super duper hard, but I thought I was going to make it through this call without being emotional. But you guys, being in Hawaii, like I would have never been able to afford that, to afford to stay at a resort like that. I've never gone on vacation and been able to get a rental car, because I was like, I can't spend the extra money to do a rental car. I would have never been able to go zip lining, do things extra. I mean, if we would have been able to get there, it would have been like, get there, go to Walmart, you're eating, saltine crackers for the 7 days that you're there. It's so amazing. And don't ever think that I am not forever, ever grateful for you guys, because I know that you are a very, very important part of this journey and of my heart. And like I said, I really, really want all of you there with me. So let's do this. Let's lock arms. Let's make the plan. What do they say? A dream without a plan is just a wish. So let's have dreams come true, not just wishes come true. Let's have dreams, so let's make those plans. So thank you all so much for being on tonight and watching the recording later. Comment below, declare where you want to be. What do you want to do? Where you want to be? You got to tell somebody, right? And let's celebrate that with one another and get in Mission Maui and just run. I'm so excited. I love you all.